WNYathletics.com would like to thank today's sponsors. Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Ready to sell your home? Visit howardhanna.com today. Howard Hanna. Home happens here. Western New York Immediate Care, with 4 convenient locations in the Buffalo area: Amherst, Buffalo, Depew, Lancaster, and Orchard Park. Western New York Immediate Care is now offering telemedicine services to provide you care anytime, anywhere. Visit WNY Immediate Care on-site or virtually at WNYimmediatecare.com. Logistics Plus Buffalo is your go-to resource for all your transportation needs. LP moves freight of all shapes and sizes all across the world. Call LP Buffalo today at 716-877-9653 or email buffalo@logisticsplus.com. AdPro Sports. AdPro is the largest team sports dealers and brand merchandise providers in the nation. For a variety of custom merchandise solutions, from apparel to promotional items, visit adprosports.com. Empire Electric. For all your home, business, or office electrical needs, call Empire Electric at 716-634-0330. Free estimates and financing available for all customers. Empire Electric. Call 716-634-0330.
And we welcome you here tonight to Tonawanda. It is a game between the Fredonia Hillbillies and the Tonawanda Warriors. Good afternoon. Well, I should say good evening, everybody, alongside my good friend Jim Craig. I am John Karuba. As we get set for this matchup between Tonawanda and Fredonia. For Fredonia, we're going to start with them 2-0, picture perfect. And quite frankly, when you've outscored your first 2 opponents 60-16, Jim, I'd say that's a pretty good start in your first 2 games, wouldn't you?
I totally agree with you, John. It's again, they've done it both on the ground and in the air, and they're led by their quarterback, senior quarterback, Ethan Fry. Scored 7 touchdowns, 4 in the air, 3 on the ground. So we look forward to seeing what Fredonia can do tonight.
And meanwhile, for the Tonawanda Warriors, they did come off a 10-point defeat at the hands of Akron last time out, but they were able to keep it competitive. This is a little bit of a matchup like we saw last game that we did together, Jim. We've got one team that can air it out, really do it both, and then you have Tonawanda. They really, really like to run it, especially when you got a running back like Alexander Gallo. What a role he's been on.
Alexander Gallo has had 2 excellent games, and again, like Ethan Fry, has been named Player of the Week for the AdPro Player of the Week through the Conley Cup, and he has 6 touchdowns, all of them on the ground. So we look forward to see what kind of matchup is. I think that Tonawanda probably looked at their passing game a little bit and has to take that up a notch in order to stay with Fredonia tonight.
And one other thing as far as Gallo goes, you know, you can make the case he's the MVP of this Warriors team because not only is he good offensively, but he also, on both sides, he had a sack and a 15.5 tackles in the home opening win. I mean, again, what a story he has been on both sides of the ball.
And he added another 13 tackles the next game, and he's got 28 altogether. So he is a stud on both sides of the ball. You're right, John.
But for Fredonia, you know, I got to talk with Coach Sherlock a couple weeks ago, and, you know, it's a family affair there in Fredonia. He's got both his sons on the coaching staff with him, Justin and Jordan, and I got to imagine that's a pretty big thrill for him, especially considering how well his team is playing to start the year.
It's a wonderful thing when you're able to work together, and especially with your son.
And we will step aside now for the national anthem. So as we come back here after that wonderful rendition of our national anthem, Jim, I think it's time to bring out the segment everybody loves right now, Coach Craig's segment. A couple keys to the game for both sides coming into this one. You can start with Fredonia or Tonawanda, just some keys for both sides here.
Well, I think with Fredonia, they have to keep doing what they're doing, and that is, again, be diversified. Ethan Fry has been the leader of Fredonia, both on the ground and in the air, and they've got to continue that. And again, as I mentioned with Tonawanda, John, one of the things that that they have to do is they have to get just a better and stronger passing game. And again, that'll start with Nathan Wood, quarterback. He's 6'1", 178. Had a tough couple of days in the air, but again, he's got all the tools, so we'll see if he can't turn this around. The other thing, John, one other thing is when you have two good teams like this, it's always good to have a veteran group of officials, and this is a very good veteran group. The referee is Tony Marabella. The umpire is Brian Mayday. The linesman is Tony Puckhaber. The line judge is Jack Stiefel. And the back judge is Jerry Inglett. A very veteran group. So with two good teams, we got a good veteran crew.
And then for Tonawanda's side of things, obviously you're coming in 1-1. You see this Hillbillies team that has just been steamrolling over everybody to start the year. Now on their side, what are you telling your guys so that they can play their game and not be too intimidated by who's over on the other sideline?
Well, I was watching the coaches in the pregame, and they were a pretty serious group. Trying to pump up their team. And basically what you want to tell them is this is a new start. They're 1-1. They do have an opponent that they both played is Akron. Fredonia beat them a little handily, and then Tonawanda lost, as you mentioned before, by 10 points. So they do have a common opponent they can learn from. Basically, what they've got to do is execute both in the air and on the ground, and I think, first of all, stop the ground attack of Fredonia. And, again, led by Ethan Fry, but also don't forget Micah Davis, who also is averaging almost 7 yards a carry. So, again, it's important to stop them. Yeah.
Well done again, Coach Craig. As always, the words of wisdom. So we are about set for football here from Tonawanda, and it should be a good one. Fredonia Hillbillies taking on the Tonawanda Warriors. It's Coach Jim Craig. It's John Karuba. It's WNY Athletics and you. And we are about set for the opening kickoff. And so it'll be Fredonia kicking off downfield left to right, and the Warriors back deep to return. Beautiful evening here for football. Friday Night Lights. And here we go. Kick in the air down that far sideline. Tonawanda fields at their own 18-yard line. Starts to take it across the 20. But as he cuts back to the middle, he is ended up getting bottled up by about 3 or 4 Fredonia Hillbillies who got down there. Nice coverage, only a couple of yards, and that is how we begin the ball game.
That was good special teams work by Fredonia there. The Tonawanda runner gained about 2 yards, and they stayed in their lanes and made the tackle. Nice job on Fredonia's part.
And so here come the Warriors onto the field, and we're going to get a look at Gallo and this Tonawanda Warrior offense. They break the huddle. Wood from under center. He's got 2 receivers left. Man in motion. Now he flips it off to the near sideline, and not a whole lot of running room up that near side. Pickup of 1 or 2 at the most. Looked like Peyton Glavy got in there to bring him down. Second down and about 8.
That was Ethan Rojas on the carry for 2 yards, or 3 yards.
Gallo going to be in the backfield. 2 receivers off formation to the left side. Again, Wood from under center, man in motion to the left. It's another give straight up the middle, plows his way forward like a battering ram into that wall of Hillbillies defenders. Picks up a couple on the play, and this will bring up a reasonable third down here, I would say. Maybe about a 3rd and 4 or a 3rd and 5, depending on the spot.
Yeah, that 3-yard gain by their leader on the ground, Alexander Gallo, right up the middle. Let's see if they continue to go inside.
On a 3rd down and 4, have to get to the 33-yard line of their own for a first down. The snap, rolling right. Wood looks, airs it out middle of the field, got a man wide open in Fredonia territory at the 40, near side across the 30, and he finally gets wrapped up and taken down at the Fredonia 28-yard line. Well, Coach Craig, who says Tonawanda can't throw the football? They just did right there for a huge gain, about 58 yards on the play.
That was a beautiful, beautiful throw. And again, Nathan Wood to Ethan Rojas.
So it's going to be a first down and 10 after that huge home run play from the Fredonia 28-yard line. Tonawanda downfield, right to left. Wood from under center for the 3rd time in a row. One receiver to the right. Rojas, the motion man, and now he's going to cut it back up the middle. Hands the lane across the 25. And wedges his way up to about the 24. Pick up a 4 or 5 on the play. 2nd down. As Tonawanda, they just keep moving the football on this opening drive.
Well, one of the things, when you asked me early on, John, one of the things I should have said is that it would be a good thing if they got out to a quick start. Well, so far, they're doing well on the quick start side.
Absolutely, and especially the way they just aired it out right there. On a 2nd down and 7 from the Fredonia 25-yard line. They're going to go with Wood under center, 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide right, single backfield. And that is Gallo, 4 on the line for the Hillbillies. The snap, rolling right, blitz coming, and he dumps it off to the short left flat. However, over the head of the intended target, Drake Badner, incomplete, and this will bring up 3rd and 7 now. Coach Craig, big play coming up.
That was a nice job by Fredonia. Good penetration, and usually the play was set up very nicely, John, but he was just rushed to throw the ball, and the end result was an incompletion. Good penetration by Fredonia.
So on this 3rd down and 7, Tonawanda looking to break on the scoreboard first. They got Wood under center. He's got 2 receivers to the right, single tight end, 1 wide left, single backfield. Goes in motion. They give it off straight up the middle. Taking the carry that time was Gallo. Fought his way forward for 2 or 3, but I'm not quite sure he's going to have enough for a first.
Yeah, he looks about 3 yards short there, John. So we'll see. We're in the 4-down territory, and looks like they're going to go for it.
And they are indeed going to keep their offense on the field. So 4th down and 3. This could be a big momentum point in this game, because if Tonawanda can get in and get on the board, that would be huge. But if Fredonia can get them off the field after hitting on that big play for a road team, that got to do wonders for confidence if they can do it. On a 4th down and 3, Wood going to go under center. 2 receivers right, 1 wide left, single backfield. And now they're going to put a man in motion. 3-step drop, rolling right. Wood in trouble. Oh, and he gets pounded. He goes down. A big-time sack delivered that time. Looking to see, and it looked like it might have been Colin Kroll who got in there. But regardless, that is a turnover on downs, and despite that long pass, unfortunately for Tonawanda, they get stuffed and they come away with no points.
Yeah. And again, the good penetration. Didn't give Wood any time to find his receivers or get set up. And now Fredonia will be able to get their first shot at the ball.
So on a 1st down and 10 here for Fredonia from their own 31-yard line, ball on the right hash. Fry out of the gun, single backfield, the snap. Throws a screen pass far side. Got a man close to the 35. Wrestled out of bounds along that left sideline. And that looked to be Jamison Quinn, who turned the corner there for a pickup of a couple. And it'll be 2nd and about 7 on the play. Or 2nd and 8. So again, Fry, the quarterback extraordinaire over the first couple of weeks for Fredonia. Going to work again. Shotgun time. 2 receivers right. Man in motion. That's Quinn. Handoff straight up the gut, and there he goes. 40, far side, past midfield. Tonawanda territory. Goes all the way up that far sideline down to about the Tonawanda 30-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle by the Warriors. The ankle tackle down there, but a huge play. And Coach Craig, what's going on here? We talked about Tonawanda running and Fredonia passing. So far, it's been the opposite.
Well, they called on their number 1 running back, the senior, Micah Davis, and he delivered.
Fry out of the shotgun. Reverse throws it near side. He's got Quinn on the run across the 30, up to the Tonawanda 25, fighting for it for more yards, and finally gets taken out of bounds at around the 24 or 23 of the Warriors. Second down, and you can see, though, Fredonia, at least in their offensive looks, they like shotgun, and they've stuck to it on this opening possession for them. As we go ahead, Coach Craig, I'm sorry.
No, they're running quick sets, getting up to the line, making Tonawanda get set.
Off this snap, handoff straight up the gut, across the 20, and taking off to the 15, up to about the 12 is Micah Davis. And there's the explosive speed that we've talked about so far, especially you, Davis, with a big gain there.
Yeah. The first throw was left, the next throw was right, then
off the snap, screen pass to the far side, and fighting to bring that one in that time for Fredonia. Hawk, the pass was complete for a couple of yards, but it's going to be second down now. 2nd and 5.
That was Jay Hawk on the reception.
Fry out of the gun, motion man right side, handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. He is met and stuffed right in the backfield by about 3 or 4 Warriors defenders. Perfect time to call a run blitz right there, Coach.
Micah Davis again with the carry, and that time good penetration.
And now we have a timeout on the field with exactly 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Still scoreless here on WNY Athletics. Again, no score. Fredonia and Tonawanda.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 8.
Back here at Tonawanda Clinton H. Small Stadium, the scene. Fredonia and Tonawanda, no score. Fredonia on the move, 3rd and 7 from the 12-yard line. Fires it out far side. Got a man across the 10, but he's going to be well shy of the first down marker. A pickup of 3 or 4, and this will bring up 4th down for Fredonia in the red zone. And so now we will see if they decide to go for it as well. And it looks like they are. So Fry going to stay on the field along with the rest of the Hillbilly offense. 2 receivers right, 2 wide outs to the left. Low snap. Fry gets away from a defender. It looked like they had him. Cuts it to the near side. Still gets through. Barrels his way forward. And did he get enough for a first?
It's close. It looks like it might be just a bit short, but it's close. And there's a flag.
And there is a flag down on the field, which, of course, could nullify this entire play. But regardless, what athleticism and mobility by Fry, regardless of what the flag's for.
And they picked it up and waved the flag, so there is no flag on the play.
Good catch there. from Coach Craig, who used to be in charge of the officiating, so he's got a good eye. So first down and 10, they said he did. Or no, they said turnover on down. So he came up just short, no flag. So Tonawanda comes up now with a big defensive stop when they needed to. So both teams showing good red zone defense early, Coach Craig.
And Ethan Fry was 4 for 4 on that. He's averaging about 70% completion rate. He's 4 for 4. I think he wanted to throw again, but didn't have the time to do. Good penetration by Tonawanda.
Off the snap, they're going to hand off up the middle. Gallo fights his way, dashes to about the 15 or 16. So a pickup of a couple here, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, it looks like about an 8-yard gain on that. So it'd see about 2nd and 2. But just up the middle, that's it. He's been up the middle 3 or 4 times. It's good yardage.
So it's going to be 2nd and 1, 9-yard gain. So just good job there finding that hole and just bursting through the middle for 9 yards. Wood going to go from under center, 2 receivers to the left, single backfield, the snap, handoff straight up the middle. Gallo again, look at him, just charge his way up across the 20, up to the 23 or 24. He picked up the first down, and he really earned that, Jim. He was like an Energizer battery there. He took a licking but kept on ticking and got the first.
It's that good old YAC, or yards after contact. 2 or 3 good yards that got him the first down.
First and 10 Warriors from their 23-yard line.
So it is going to be a first down and 10 for Tonawanda from their own 23. 4:40 left to go in the opening quarter. No score between Fredonia and Tonawanda. Wood this time going to go under center. He's got one man to his left. Now they put a man in motion, and that is Badner to the left side of the line. Trips backfield, and now they'll hand it off again up the middle. Surprise as they go to Gallo again for a pickup of 3 or 4. And now you see Tonawanda again. This is the ground and pound that they like to run, and they're staying true to it, at least on this drive so far.
They're getting 3 and 4 yards, and then some plays even a little bit more. But if you get 3, 4, 3, you've got 10. So sounds like a good formula so far.
And again, another carry straight up the middle, although not a whole lot that time as Fredonia. They just sealed up the holes inside, and this is going to bring up 3rd and long here. I'm not sure he really gained much on that one.
Actually, it looks like Johnny might have even lost a yard there. Again,
so it's going to be 3rd and 8. They did lose a yard as the clock continues to run down. Inside 3.5 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Jim Craig, John Karuba on the call here on WNY Athletics. From under center, 2 receivers to the left, the snap, fake, rolling right quarterback, dumps it off near side. Oh, and Badner had it in and out of his hands, but he started to look upfield before he secured the catch. That's a Cardinal sin. A drop, and now it's 4th and 8. And I see you shaking your head a little bit.
I'm agreeing with you 100%. He's looking upfield before he caught the ball, and that's exactly what happened. He saw he had some room and just went a little bit too quick, John.
And so now we will have our first punt of the game. Tonawanda downfield right to left. And it gets blocked right up the middle by the Hillbillies, bouncing along the near side and goes out around the 17 or 18 of the Warriors. And Fredonia, what a big special teams play. 2 of them came bursting right through the middle, and they got a piece of it, and really no chance to get that punt away, Jim. They really busted that line well.
Really hard to get that number. It looks like it might have been Dominic Thomas that blocked that, number 28. Got right in and through the blocking, and it was clean. No touch on the kicker. And now Fredonia has the ball in the red zone.
And Fry, you know what that means. Working from the shotgun again. 2 receivers either side on the line. Running back left shoulder out of the snap. Delivers a perfect spiral near side. Got his man across 11. Dives his way forward to about the 10-yard line up the near sideline. And this is going to bring up a 2nd and short here. But a nice play. Positive momentum. getting some yardage as they continue to move in for that score.
It was a great route, curl, nice route, and a better throw. Jamison Quinn on the route.
So it is going to be a 2nd down and 4 here. Fry shotgun snap, fires across the middle. However, it's broken up and in and out of the hands of Keegan Whitfield, the wide receiver. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 and another big defensive play. You know what? Despite the lack of score so far, we have not had a lack of action to this point.
That was the first incompletion for Fry, and that could have been caught.
Fry out of the shotgun, the snap, guns it towards the near side, and he's got his man right on target between the numbers. And that should be enough to move the sticks for a 1st down, as he had his man Jamison Quinn delivered the pass right in there. Oh, no. So they say it's only about a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
They haven't moved the sticks yet. Now they're moving it to 4th and 1. There we go.
So 4th down and 1. And I'm not sure. Looks like another timeout got called on the field.
Timeout for Fredonia.
So Fredonia did take a timeout with 2:03 to go in the opening quarter. Still no score on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
And we are back here at Tonawanda, Clinton H. Small Stadium. 2:03 left to go in the opening quarter. 4th and 1. Fredonia going for it. Fry on the scramble up the middle. And it looks like he's going to get more than enough to convert and move the sticks. He was dragged down well shy of the goal line, but the important thing for Fredonia, he got the first.
It was Fry again, as you mentioned, John, and just inside the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
So Fry again going to work out of the shotgun. He's going to have 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Running back off his left shoulder, Davis. Shotgun snap, fakes the give, rolling left, off bounce, throw to the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown, Hillbillies! So Fredonia with 92 seconds to go in the opening quarter strikes first. They draw first blood. Fredonia sticks. Tonawanda, no score. But what a play by Fry. Rolling to his left till he got his man, and then a perfect strike.
And the receiver there was Jamison Quinn again. I think that's his 5th reception, John, and that one was for a touchdown, of course.
So Sailed to Bone is on to kick the extra point for the visiting Hillbillies. And that blocked punt ends up paying dividends for Fredonia. Extra point is up, and it splits the uprights. Picture perfect. It is good. So 1:32 to go in the first quarter. It's now Fredonia 7, Tonawanda scoreless on WNY Athletics.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Sometimes it just...
And we are back here at Tonawanda Clinton H. Small Stadium, where Fredonia has just taken the lead 7-0 over the Tonawanda Warriors. Along with Jim Craig, I'm John Karuba. And again, Fredonia, they changed the game, at least on that sequence, thanks to a big punt block, and give them credit, took advantage. And it is going to be Calder Anir to kick this away for Fredonia. And it goes down that far sideline at the 30, goes backwards, it goes out of bounds, and so that draws the penalty flag for kicking the kickoff right out of bounds along that far sideline. And that's one type of mistake that now could get Tonawanda right back in. Not ideal for the Hillbillies on the kickoff there, Jim.
Yes, and that situation, they get three different options, and they took the one that puts the ball at the 35-yard line. They could have it re-kicked again with a 5-yard penalty, or they could take the ball out of bounds, which was at the 29. Didn't want to do that. 35, that's where Tonawanda's going to start.
So Wood going to line up under center. He's got one receiver to the right, man in motion to the right. Rojas, and they flip it. Nice play. Look at him go across the 50, 45, gets up to the 40 as he keeps fighting his way forward. And he will get knocked out of bounds at around the 43 or 44-yard line, a pickup of 7. As he got that, a nice pitch to the far side at 35, took it up across the 40 for a nice handful of yards there, 2nd and 3, Jim.
Yeah, they're starting to get Rojas involved, not only in the passing game, but in the running game as well. So that will be keep an eye on Rojas.
Going to line up under center, man to the right side, handoff straight up the middle, and nowhere to go, and he is thrown backwards. He ran right into a wall. You know, he thought he had a small opening. You know what the problem was? It may have looked like it, but then all of a sudden there were 4 Hillbillies right there to close it down, and they slammed the door shut.
It's a pretty big defensive line for Fredonia, and they are getting penetration.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 now after a loss of 2 on the play. Tonawanda backed up to their own 40-yard line with 10 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. One receiver left. The snap, handoff right side. He has an opening across the 45, still going, gets up close to midfield at around the 47 or 48. As that was Banner on the give that time and picked up big yardage there. A first down for Tonawanda. So a nice run there to move the sticks.
Very, very nice run by Badner. Took it down to the 3-second mark in the first quarter. So we're going to get at least one more play here.
So then again, this first quarter has been so good. Why not get one more play? 3 seconds left. First down and 10 from the 47 of the Warriors. Tonawanda, snap, handoff again, right up the middle. Fighting his way, picks up 1, maybe 2 at most. Grinded his way, but didn't get a whole lot there. And with that, that is going to bring us to the end of the opening quarter and what was very entertaining. Both teams, tons of red zone chances, but after one, Fredonia 7, Tonawanda no score, right here on WNY Athletic.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
At Tonawanda with the football out of the snap, rolling left, fires near side, got a completion across midfield, fighting his way into Fredonia territory, up the near side to the 45, and he gets taken out there, as that was number 34, Gallo, who he hit in stride, and that play looked to be in trouble. Instead, turned into a pretty nice gain. Good job by Tonawanda to turn something out of nothing there.
Yeah, that was a nice 7-yard gain, and they used their top runner in the passing game, and it gained dividends for him. So let's see if they keep going to him in the air.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and 3. Fredonia with a 7-0 lead. Tonawanda trying to answer. Back in the I formation. The snap, handoff straight up the middle. Gallo again, breaking free across the 40. There he goes up to the 35 and springboards his way, lunges to about the 33-yard line of the Hillbillies. Another big burst. Like we said about Gallo, he's got a lot of speed, explosiveness to boot, and he just showed it again there. Another powerful big gain on that draw play up the middle.
It was a powerful gain, and the last 2 times they went up the middle, he was stopped for no gain, and that time he gained an awful lot. So, again, they're going to go back to what's working for him.
Just underway, second quarter, 11:20 to play, and Fredonia still holding the 7-0 lead. The snap, handoff left side. Gallo, there he goes. Look at him, far side, 15, 10. Gonna stroll all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. What a gallop there by Gallo. Look at him go. Galloping Gallo, that's what we should call him. He got away from 4 or 5 would-be tacklers, and he just drove it all the way from the middle to the far side. It was like abracadabra, now you see me, now you don't. And he finds Pater, and with 11:08 to go in the first half, we're an extra point away from being tied up again. What a response, what a run by Gallo.
Yeah, it was a great run. And kind of taking those 2 runs that he had no gain, he went right and got about 14 yards. Then he went left, 33 yards in the touchdown. So they're moving him around now, just not sending him straight up the middle.
Tonawanda going for 2, zigzags his way, trying to get forward across that goal line, and it's going to be close.
I don't see any hands up in the air by the officials.
No signal yet, still moving forward, and we'll see.
The point is no good.
And so they say no good. He gets stopped at the goal line, so the 2-point try fails. It remains 7-6 Fredonia. Early second quarter on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Back here in Tonawanda, and as we have 11:08 to go first half, 7-6 Fredonia our score, but what an answer by Tonawanda in the 33-yard dash by Gallo for the touchdown. How big a momentum booster do you think that could be? As they squib kick it far side at Fredonia, mishandled it momentarily, but fielded far side at the 40, got up to about the 41 or 42, and that's where the Hillbillies will take over. But again, getting back to what we just said, Jim, for the Warriors to be able to answer in that fashion against a team like this, what do you think this could do for the rest of this game?
Again, I think that on that play they made some adjustments. They came right back at it. They used the person, Alexander Gallo, who has gotten them there, who has done it, and it worked out for him. So, again, it was a great answer to the Fredonia touchdown.
Fry going to work from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 wide right, running back off the right shoulder. The snap, Fakes the give up the middle, nowhere to go. He is stuffed there by 3 or 4 Warriors, but look at how hard they have to get in there just to bring him down. But they did on that play for the second down.
They read that very, very well, John, and no gain on that play. And again, we had some names at the beginning of the show, Ethan Fry and Micah Davis, and for Tonawanda, Gallo and Wood, and they haven't disappointed.
No, they certainly haven't on this give to Davis. Fights his way towards the far side of the field, up across the 40, up to the 42 or 43, brought down, and this is going to bring up third down with 10 minutes, a little more than that to play here in the first half action.
So first 3rd and long I think they've had. We'll be interested.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8, and they're going to go from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, single backfield. Davis, Fry, looking to get him to jump, and were they successful? It looks like it may have been Tonawanda that jumped first. Well, somebody certainly moved, and there's a flag. And indeed they did, and that is a big mistake for the Warriors because they went from 3rd and 8. Now it's a much more manageable 3rd down and 3. I can't imagine that Tonawanda are going to be very happy with themselves with that mistake. Fry going to work out of the shotgun on this 3rd down and 2. The snap, fires it near side, and it is incomplete. Broken up there nicely by the Tonawanda defense, and that's going to be a 4th down and 2. And now it'll be interesting to see whether or not Fredonia goes for it. And it looks like they're going to.
Yeah, that was intended for Keegan Whitfield, and didn't make a connection there. Let's see what happens here.
Fry again, double wideouts each side. Now they put a man in motion. Right side, it's a handoff up the middle. Davis makes the guy move. Stutter step back up the middle. Gets right to the midfield line, and I think he's going to get it.
It's a close spot, and I agree with you, John. It looks like they just made it, according to the spot from the line judge.
And now they just announced that indeed he did have enough for the first. So first down here now for Fredonia, and they keep the drive alive. Fry going to work out of the shotgun. 1 to the right, 2 to the left. The snap. Fry looking deep, fires first. I got a man wide open. Oh, and he just could not come up with it. Just over the outstretched reach. And it looked like he was going for Brandon Ronsky there, the senior wideout. And, you know, they had it set up perfectly. Rolled to the right. Strong throw down that far sideline. Just could not connect. And it's going to be 2nd down here.
Yeah, it was a perfect throw.
And we also want to let you know that Orchard Park at the end of 1, up over Sweet Home 14-0 out of the shotgun again. Fry straight up the middle, and he hits his guy past the 45 of the Warriors down to about the 44. And that's Jamison Quinn that he hit him for in stride on that slant route across the middle. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 on a gain of 6. So Fredonia just coming up with these little chunk plays, but they've been effective, and they're moving the ball down the field again. Fry out of the shotgun, hand off to Davis straight up the middle. He gets stopped after a gain of 2 or 3, and then stopped dead in his tracks.
Good. Looks like Tonawanda's made some adjustments. He had some real chunk yardage, Micah Davis, early on, and he's been held in check. 3 yards is a good run, but it's not 15 or 20.
So it's going to be a 4th and 2. Fry, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Running back off the right shoulder. The snap, hand off straight up the middle, taking it far side. And he gains a couple of yards, was still fighting for it, and then finally gets taken down.
That's another very close spot. We'll see what they do here. First down.
And he gets just enough across, I believe, the 39 of Tonawanda. So Fredonia gets to keep on moving. First down and 10. Ball on the right hash of the Warriors' 39-yard line. Fry out of the shotgun. One receiver to the right, two to the left. Shotgun snap, three-step drop. Fry in trouble. He gets away again. Rolling right. Fires deep to the right side. He's got a man wide open. Complete. 10-5, and he will just take a Sunday stroll into the end zone. Touchdown for the Hillbillies.
And guess who, John? Jamison Quinn. That's his.
We've been calling his number a lot, although there's a flag. So hold everything, folks. This could negate the play. But still, what a play just to make that happen by Fry. Got away from 4 tacklers, rolled right, a perfect throw. But it's an ineligible man downfield against Fredonia. So that negates the touchdown. And if you're the Hillbillies, you got to be absolutely just sick right now. A well-designed play, just a great touchdown, and it goes all for naught.
On that play, and even though it's called back, we got to mention Fry looked right, and he saw a defender in his face, spun around. I'm sorry, he looked left, he spun around to his right, and saw Quinn all alone. It was a great play by Fry. Unfortunately, it was called back.
Especially the reason why it was called back. That's got to make it all the more worse. Fry working out a shotgun, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. The snap, they fire it far side. He's got his man again across the 40. Upwards he goes to about the 35 before he gets driven out of bounds along that right sideline. And it's Quinn again. We've been calling his name a lot tonight, Jim.
Unofficially, I have him with 7 receptions. He may have more, but he's been the go-to guy for Ethan Fry.
Fry going to work again. Shotgun time, operates 2 to the left, 2 to the right, pistol set. Handoff up the middle. There he goes to the 25. Cuts it back near side to the 20 and gets all the way down close to the 15-yard line of Tonawanda. And Fredonia, they have responded with positive plays after the penalty wiped out the touchdown. Doesn't seem to affect them at all, Jim. They just keep rolling.
It was Micah Davis again. Great run. He's counting up the yards. Probably got about 50 yards so far. Really good job.
So Fry going to work shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Single backfield off the left shoulder. The snap. Fry delivers a dart across the middle. Got the man across the 5 on the scene. And he is going to go all the way. Sunday stroll into the end zone. Touchdown, Fredonia. This time I don't see a flag, so this time I think it's going to count. And it looks like it was Tim Field who he hooked up with. Beautiful slant, tight end seam across the middle. Hit him right between the numbers for 6.
Tim Field was a receiver on that play. That was just a beautiful throw by Fry. He's had an excellent game so far.
And so, again, it's going to be Tabone on for the extra point. Snap down, hold is good. Kick is up, and that is good as well. So the extra point goes straight through. And with 5:45 to go in the first half, very entertaining, fast-moving ball game. Fredonia 14, Tonawanda 6 right here on WNY Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transport.
back here at Tonawanda. 5:46 to play first half. 14-6. Fredonia is the score, and now it's up to Tonawanda again, Jim, to try and answer.
Are you ready to kick off?
Fredonia from right to left. Boots the kick near side, but we did have a whistle that came in as the ball landed across the 35, close to the 30-yard line, but it's a false start, an illegal motion, so it's a false start against Fredonia, so they're going to have to kick again, but this time from the 35-yard line of the Hillbillies.
Maybe a break for them because the kick itself went out of bounds. So it would have been at the 35-yard line again. We'll see if they can keep it in the field of play.
Indeed, with 5:46 to go, first half action. And again, our score 14-6 Fredonia as they just scored to retake a 2-score lead after Tonawanda had cut it down to a 1-point game. So back and forth. This has been very entertaining so far, Jim.
It sure has been, John. And again, Tonawanda doesn't have to do anything different.
And that kick, what a kick. He booted it down the near side over the head of the return man, Mariano Akers, and it went all the way out of the back of the end zone near side for the touchback. So if you are Tonawanda, you got to try and answer back. You're down just by a score here, but you got to find a way to punch back down 14-6.
And you know, John, I don't think that they have to do much different. Their run game's working well. They've been using the pass very sparingly, but it's worked for them on the long pass and a couple of short ones. So I think they could just keep doing what they're doing. Use a little bit of clock here and hopefully, for Tonawanda's sake, get a score here.
So they're going to work with Wood from under center, one receiver left, three to the right. Rolls left, snap pass, and now a screen to the far side. Got his man on the run across the 20. Gets up to the 23 or 24. Pickup of a couple there to Gallo, and it'll bring up about a 2nd down and 6 or so, I would say.
That looked like it was going to be a much bigger game, but two backers stayed back, and once they read that play, it was all over. So just a nice play by Fredonia.
And Orchard Park has just scored again to take a 20-0 lead over Sweet Home. Late with 5:47 to go, first half action there. Meanwhile, back here, 14-6, 2nd and 7 for the Warriors. Under center with one receiver left, two to the right. Now they put the man in motion. The snap, throw right across the middle. He was going for Rojas, but he could not bring it in, and that is going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here now, Jim.
Yeah. It was a good thought and a good play. Just throw was just a bit wide. He got his hands on it, so people say he should have caught it, but it would have been a tough catch, John. Very tough.
We are just one of 8 games going on here tonight across Western New York. It truly is Friday night under the lights. And we've got, I would say, not to brag, I think we got one of the best, the way this game has gone so far. 14-6. We've seen already 4 red zone trips. I mean, what more could you want? On this 3rd down and 7, one receiver to the right. Meanwhile, backs in the eye, and now a flag comes in.
Flag in the play. Flag in the play. Delay of game against Tonawanda.
Delay a game against Tonawanda, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 12 now after that 5-yard penalty. And that, you know, we don't want to be too critical, but that's kind of a careless error right there, and it just made it a lot harder on 3rd. So 3rd down and 12 now. Backs in the eye, handoff up the middle. Gallo gets across the 20, fought his way close to the 25, but not going to be anywhere close to a 1st down. And so the Warriors are going to have to punt. A disappointing possession after giving up that touchdown, but they're still in it. Their defense has played well.
On that play, again, they went with Gallo. It's tough to try to dial up something that close to the goal line, so we'll see how the punter does here and change the field position a little bit.
And it's a bad snap on the punt. Rolling around. Dog fight, a dog pile for the ball. And let's see who got it. And I think Fredonia may have recovered it. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
So a quick change of possession. And now it's Fredonia football with a real chance to take command of this game. Another special teams play.
Just to hope to get good field position and change field position, and a bad snap will do you in every time. So, 12-yard line. So they still can get a first down here, John, if they at the 2-yard line.
So for Fredonia, they'll Fry back to work. He's got two receivers right, two to the left, running back off his left shoulder. The snap, Fry in the pocket, fires it up, far side back corner of the end zone. Right side could not make the play, but a flag comes in, and it looks like it might be pass interference. So let's see what this call is. But when it's thrown in that area, that's usually an ominous spot for the defense.
I think pass interference on the defense, says referee Marabella. And that'll be half the distance to the goal line. It's a 15-yard penalty. So
Pass interference against the defense.
So originally I thought it was well covered, but the referees give them credit. They saw it a little bit differently, and so they said pass interference. And so now what a golden opportunity for Fredonia. 1st and 10 from the Tonawanda 6.
that goes with an automatic first down, John. So even though they didn't make the line to gain, it didn't make any difference. Automatic first down.
And so time out on the field, so we will step aside quickly. 14-6 Fredonia on WNY Athletics. 4:05 to go, first half.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick.
Back here at Tonawanda, 4:05 to go, first half, 14-6 Fredonia. But they're knocking on the door to answer again. Out of the shotgun. Now they fired across the middle, and it is brought in. And now a flag comes in. So the catch was made, and then a flag came in. But it is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Fredonia for the moment. 20-6 with 4:02 to go. But the million-dollar question, what's the flag? That flag is still laying in the back of the end zone. And now he picks it up. So a personal foul against Tonawanda. So the touchdown is good. And the penalty, it's going to be enforced. That is a killer for the Warriors. And now down 2 scores. And it looked like that ball got tipped at the line. A nice reception to stay with that.
So if it was tipped, it couldn't be pass interference. That's for sure.
Extra point from Timone is up, and it is good. So with 4:02 to go in the first half, it is Fredonia that makes Tonawanda pay again. 21-6 Hillbillies on WNY Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com.
And we welcome you back here under the lights on this Friday night here from Tonawanda High School. 21-6, Fredonia the score. And you want to know the difference in this game, Jim? Well, it was the two special teams mistakes, the block punt and then the fumbled snap on an attempted punt. Fredonia has made them pay both times, and that's the difference. As that kick in the air, and again, another booming one as that goes all the way to the back of the end zone down the near side. And you got to give credit to Anir. He really can put him in the air. Strong leg. He's got a cannon.
And the 15 yards did help him on that one particular because they had that personal foul enforced on the kickoff. And they have an option to take it on the extra point or the kickoff, and Fredonia chose to take it on the kickoff.
So now that's going to back Tonawanda up the 15 yards. That's a good catch by you as well. With 4:02 to go, but it's 21-6. You're still in it, though. It's only a two-score game. But if you're Tonawanda, you really got to get cooking here.
You may see him try to open it up just a little bit.
We've seen they can do it on that big pass earlier in the first quarter. They're going to go with Wood under center, one receiver to the right, split backfield, the snap, fades back, guns it across the middle, and that was almost intercepted as there was a middle linebacker right there. Looking to see who that is for Fredonia.
They had three receivers running go routes, and I thought
and it looked like Matt Cash was there on the coverage there to almost intercept that.
Yeah. And it was the thing that caused the whole deal was the penetration, and Wood had to get along, had to get rid of that early, and it was underthrown and almost intercepted, as you pointed out.
As they're going to go with single quarterback under center, that's Wood, one receiver left, two to the right. Split backfield, man in motion, rolls to the left, guns it to the near sideline, but out of the reach of his intended target. And that is going to be now a 3rd down and 10. And that is not the way you want to start off a really important offensive drive for Tonawanda. Not the way you want to start off. Now you're looking at a 3rd and 10.
The receiver, Dylan Code, was open. The throw was just a little bit too far for him to get to.
So a 3rd down and 10 for Tonawanda. We'll see if they get a little more aggressive on this play. Maybe even try to air it out more. 21-6 Fredonia with 3:53 to play, first half.
They're going to have to get some help from that offensive line in order for them to throw downfield because there's been a lot of penetration by Fredonia.
The snap, and now they hand it off to the left side. Gallo trying to gallop his way close to the 25. But still only picks up a handful of yards there. And that's going to bring up about a 4th and 5 here. And I think the Warriors are going to have to punt it away again. Or they might go for it. But one thing to your point, though, it does seem like every single time that Wood fades back to pass, all of a sudden that relentless hillbilly pass rush continues to be right in his face. And they are going to punt it away, are the Warriors.
Punting unit is on. Let's see if we can get that snap back and see if we can change a little field position.
And again, another low snap. It's a fake. Rolling to the left. He's going to keep it and run. 20, 25. Gets close to the 30. But he is tackled, and he is short. So not enough. He didn't cross the line to gain. So it is a turnover on downs. And it is going to be Fredonia football. So the 3rd time now a special teams play comes back, and we'll see if this one comes back to haunt Tonawanda. The first two have.
Well, they've got Fredonia's got great field position at the 29-yard line.
But this is where we've said Tonawanda defense has playmakers on it. Well, if there was ever a time to step up and make a big play, down by 15 with the other team breathing down your neck of another touchdown, this would be the time to step up and make a play. Would you say so?
I would agree if we can get or they can get one big play there, a sack, anything that'll change the momentum just a little bit. There's a whole half to go, John. So, again, if they can do that, there's a timeout.
Timeout on the field, so we'll step away. 3 minutes to go exactly first half. 21-6 Fredonia right here on WNY Athletics under the lights.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We realize now more than ever.
Back here at Tonawanda, we have 3 minutes to go to play in the first half. 21-6 our score. Hillbillies looking for another score, and it's an end around to the far side across the 30. Flag comes in to the 20. He's all the way up across the 10 and finally taken down. A nice ankle tackle, saving another score at around the Tonawanda 8. So some explosiveness there from Quinn coming off to the far side, but a flag did come in, and I think they're going to bring this one back, but we'll see what the call is.
It's a holding. And that penalty flag was thrown early, just as Quinn made his cut up, right at the point of attack. So it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and it'll still be first down.
So just like we said earlier, when a flag gets thrown in the back of the end zone, it's usually ominous for the defense. Well, when it gets thrown in the backfield, it's usually ominous for the offense. And in that case, it proved true again. So that will back Fredonia up to the Tonawanda 43-yard line. A first down and 10. Clock continues to roll. Or a first down and 24, excuse me, with 2:28 left to play, first half. Pistol set. Fry fires far side. He's got a man across the 35, and then the ball came loose. And did Tonawanda jump on top of it? Yes, they did. It's Warriors football.
That's the break you were talking about.
I'm not.
You were talking about, and again, it was a nice reception, and he turned to go and lost the ball, and the Tonawanda player was right on top of it.
Tonawanda made the play. I'm not going to call us football savants, but we did mention, though, that they needed to make a play, but you got to give the Warriors credit. They stepped up and they did it.
Yeah.
That saved them. That keeps them right back in this game, because if Fredonia had scored again, it'd be a real mountain to climb. Even with still a half to play, that's a huge, huge defensive stop.
Yeah.
On a first down and 10 for the Warriors. They're going to go under center, two receivers left, one to the right. Ross in the backfield, shotgun snap, one-on-one. He's in trouble, and down he goes. And there is that relentless pass rush that we've been talking about by the Hillbillies. And I believe it was Simon Price who got in there to bring him down. And now, after that big play, Fredonia going to celebrate by taking a timeout. So we'll step aside here with 2:02 to go. First half action, 21-6 Fredonia on WNY Athletic.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project.
2:02 to go, first half action. 21-6 Fredonia here in Tonawanda. Warriors football, but looking at a 2nd and 22. Have it back in motion, handoff up the middle. There goes Gallo, 25, up to the 30. Still on his feet across the 35. And finally gets bottled up and gang tackled at around the 36. But talk about hitting the hole hard. That was Gallo, and he just drove up the yardage there. Big play.
It's about a 15-yard gain after the sack by Simon Price from Fredonia.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 now. Backs in the eye, one receiver right, man in motion to the near side of the formation, and he fakes it, he keeps it himself, the quarterback, near sideline 40, still going across the 45, he takes a punishing blow at the 46 or 47, flags fly immediately, and I could see with how hard that contact was on the quarterback wood there, I figured a flag might be coming out, and we have a couple, and I'd imagine it's against Fredonia.
That's it. The signal there, John, is illegal helmet contact.
But especially with quarterbacks, they're really trying to protect. They try to protect all players, but especially the quarterback spot.
And with that helmet contact, that adds 15 yards to the gain.
So it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Warriors at the 39 of Fredonia. Shotgun snap, Wood rolls left, looking. He gets hog-tied, though, nowhere to go. Forward progress stopped, and that's going to be a 2nd down.
Mike Riddle and Owen Rush were both on that play. Diagnosed it very well.
Clock continues to roll. We have 45 seconds to go here, first half. 21-6. Fredonia leading this one over Tonawanda. They're going to go with quarterback under center, trips back formation, one to the right, the snap, and now they'll hand it off left side. Tried to fight his way forward, but not a whole lot to gain there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long here, Jim.
And the clock is kind of their enemy here because there's 15 seconds to go.
Are they even going to try and get another play off? Let's see. They're lining up. Clock continues with 10 seconds left to go first half. One receiver either side of the line. Backs in the trip side. The snap, they do get it off. Rolling left. Deep throw to the near sideline, and that is broken up along that near sideline. But a flag is on the field. So it is batted away and complete, but what is the flag for? Very important. So the half not quite over yet, folks. Let's see what the call is. As they're still trying to sort it out down on the field.
The call, signaled by referee Marabella, is defensive pass interference, and the period will be extended by a play. They'll march off the 15 yards, and then they'll extend. So Tonawanda will get one more play.
So it's going to be an untimed down.
Untimed down.
So it can't end on a defensive penalty of half, and that was the case right there. And now another flag comes in. Well, we've already seen quite a few of these. Let's see another one just before the end of the half. 5-yard false start. So for Tonawanda, each time they get the big break, all of a sudden it seems like they give just a little back. Seems to be pretty fitting given the first half. But they still have a big chance here. One untimed down left. From under center, the snap, 3-step drop. Pressure coming. Rolling to his left. He's in trouble. Now he gets away. Near side. Hail Mary. Back in the end zone. Near side. Did he bring it in? That would be a heck of a catch. No, they say out of bounds.
He caught the ball all right, but it was out of bounds.
He caught it, but he just couldn't get the feet in at all. Too bad for Tonawanda because that was one heck of a reception in the back and a great play. But another flag. And it's another defensive flag, so we're going to get another untimed down. Well, I'll say this. A very entertaining first half, and it don't want to end. It literally doesn't want to end as it continues. And now you saw what Tonawanda just did on that Hail Mary. They get another crack at it. You can only think what could come on this play now, Jim. As we welcome those of you who are watching on Friday Night Drive alongside Jim Craig, I'm John Karuba, and obviously Francis Beck and Joe Daniel Beck in Mission Control back in Amherst. Hoping they're having fun back there. Maybe not too much fun, but they do a great job, and we certainly are glad you're tuning in here. But we have had 2 defensive flags in a row, and we are going to get another one here. At a quick reminder, because we have the defensive penalties, the half cannot end on a defensive penalty. So even though there's zeros on the clocks, we're going to get another Hail Mary. The last one was a catch but out of bounds. The snap, rolling left, looking deep, fires near side. That is swatted away. And now that will officially bring the first half to a close. And what a first half it was, Jim. Just awesome stuff. And Fredonia up 2 touchdowns on the road.
Again, that was quite a sequence that we had there, John. Penalties, and finally the half ended. Fredonia has, Tonawanda's kind of shot themselves in the foot, as you mentioned, on special teams plays. They've had some good offensive runs and a couple of good passes, but the play of Ethan Fry specifically and Micah Davis, Jamison Quinn, all of those have stepped up to the plate for Fredonia, and Fry has just been the technician passing that ball today. So, and that's put Fredonia ahead 21-6 at half. Let's see what happens in the second half.
And with that, it is halftime here in Tonawanda. Our score through the first half, 21-6. Fredonia Hillbillies over the Tonawanda Warriors from Tonawanda. Along with Jim Craig, I'm John Kruber right here on WNY Athletics. Halftime next.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
Life can be full of surprises, but not always the good kind. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care, and we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Yeah, for last I checked, actually.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care, and we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
Life can be full of surprises, but not always the good kind. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care, and we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
And we are back here. Second half action. We are back here in Tonawanda, and as we get set for second half football, Fredonia Hillbillies with a 21-6 lead over the Tonawanda Warriors. And along with Coach Jim Craig, I am John Karuba, and we're going to take you through the second half of this one. But so far, even though you look at the score and say, boy, it's really not that close of a game, really, its game has really come down to those 2 special teams plays, the blocked punt and then the botched snap. And Fredonia converted and turned both into 6. That really is the difference in the game right now.
And again, you're absolutely right, John. Those things came deep in Tonawanda territory, so the field position that Fredonia got was outstanding field position. Quarterback Ethan Fry has had an excellent game. He's found a number of receivers, has 3 touchdown passes at this point in time of the game in the first half, and to 3 different receivers. Ran the ball a little himself, but mostly just good, timely passes, whether they're for 15 yards or 6 yards or 2 yards. He's been right on. I think maybe he has 3 incompletions the whole game. So Ethan Fry's been the story, along with Micah Davis and Jamison Quinn has come along with a number of receptions. And on the Tonawanda side, another very strong outing by Alexander Gallo. Excellent running. But now they're going to have to put the ball in the air.
That's why we call him Galloping Gallo. He deserves that nickname after the way he just continued to have outbursts. But yes, Fry's been very good. However, once again, now that we've played a half of football, Coach, you know, especially if you're Tonawanda, you knew this was going to be a tough fight coming into this game. Now you find yourself down by 15. What are you telling your guys coming into the second half here, down by 2 scores and really needing to fight back in this one?
Well, I'm paying special attention to the whole team, but special attention to my offensive line. In order for them to get back in the game, they're going to have to protect Wood just a little bit better. We found when he rolled out, the last couple of plays where we had the extended end of the half, there were some very good, well-thrown passes by Wood down almost a touchdown, but was out of bounds. So if Wood can roll out and/or the offensive line can get just a little bit protection, this is what I'd be letting my entire team know. Protect that quarterback, and we should be able to move the ball.
And on the other side, if you're Fredonia, up by 15, but you don't want to get cocky here. You know anything could happen, especially under the lights, Coach Craig.
Well, it's the old saying, John, keep doing what you're doing. And they're running the ball well. They're throwing the ball. They're complementing each other on the running game and the passing game. And again, now in the second half, they're going to get the ball again. So we're going to see how they approach it.
So Tonawanda will kick it off left to right to open up the second half. And here we go. Line drive kick at the 30. Fielded across 35. Hillbilly zag to the inside. Takes it up to about 37 or 38. And we get a whistle and then some pushing and shoving. And then did a flag come in? Yes. In fact, a couple flags now are down. I saw some pushing and shoving going on after. And I wonder what this is going to be about. But I'd imagine, given that they're both close to midfield, that has something to do with that. Well, we know one of the penalties.
Yeah, we had 2 dead ball personal fouls, which offset each other. But what you want to make sure here, especially in a game like this, it's been clean so far. You want to make sure that you get right on top of it, which they did start in the second half. So, again, the flags came out. The message is sent. We're watching you. And let's just continue playing like we did in the first half.
So first down and 10 for Fredonia. Right to left, Fry. Going to work shotgun 3 tight to the left of the formation. It's a handoff right up the middle. But Davis, no running room whatsoever. 3 Warriors right there to say hello. Got up in his face, dragged him backwards. Absolutely nowhere to run that time, Jim.
Yeah, it was a nice job, and there was a number of them led by Drake Badner, the senior.
So it'll be a second down here for the Hillbillies. They're going to go with 2 receivers right, 2 wide to the left. Running back left shoulder of the snap. Now they fire it near side. He's got his man, 45-50. Gets away from the defender. Streaking near side across the 30, and then the ball comes loose. And it's a scramble for the ball, but I think Tonawanda gets there and recovers it at around their own 12-yard line.
The back judge, Jerry England, on that play, John, seemed to give the signal that the runner was down.
No fumble, so the runner was down by contact. That's what I thought for a second, but I wasn't sure. You always play to the whistle, but indeed that is the case. So it's a huge reception along the near side for Fredonia, and they get all the way to the 23 of the Warriors.
And that was Fry to Jay Hawk.
Fry taking the snap, rolling right, looking downfield. Fires it far side, intercepted! Picked off across the 30 to the 40, still going into Fredonia territory to the 20. He could go all the way. He does! Touchdown, Warriors!
I don't see any flags on the field, and we have a touchdown, John.
A pick 6 at the most absolutely.
There is a flag on the field.
Oh, there is
My
a
mistake.
flag. There is a flag on the field. Oh, that would be such a backbreaker for the Warriors. You get that big play, you take it to the house, and then you have it called back. So first, we saw Tonawanda almost force a fumble and get it, and now they almost had a pick 6.
Oh, wow, I didn't even see that thing.
Close, but no cigar.
Flag was thrown at the 16-yard line.
Wow, the flag thrown all the way back there. And it's a defensive holding against Tonawanda. And that is just an absolutely brutal mistake because now not only do they not get the turnover again, now it's 1st and 5 for Fredonia at the Tonawanda 19-2. Just absolute gun punches for the Warriors, Jim. Fredonia going to work out of the shotgun. Drive stays alive, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun, throws it right across the middle, and that is broken up. Swatted away. Nice play defensively, as it looked like they were going for Jamison Quinn there. Instead, it's going to be a 2nd and 5 here.
That was a good defensive play. Good contact right at the time that the ball got there. Really nice job by Tonawanda.
So as Tonawanda might be getting frustrated and exasperated, the good thing is they got to lock it back in and keep playing the tenacious defense. Keep them out of the end zone. On a 2nd and 5, Fry out of the shotgun, rolling right. Looking downfield, can't find anyone. Now he's going to go to the far corner of the end zone to that back right corner, but it goes sailing over the head of the receiver, incomplete.
Tonawanda's getting some good pressure on Fry, making him leave the pocket that time.
You could see that Fry, especially when they get in the red zone, they really like to look for Jamison Quinn. We've seen that a lot, and I think that Tonawanda's starting to hone in on that defensively. So Fry again barking out the signals. Out of the pistol set. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left of the formation. The snap, hand off, up the middle, fights his way forward. Davis will pick up about 3 or 4. So this is going to bring up 4th and short. We'll see by how much. 4th down and 3. So he picked up 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, they're in the red zone, and this is 4-down territory, and of course they're going
Fredonia,
for it.
you're going to go for it. Fry again, shotgun.
Oh, they don't have to worry about it now.
And now Tonawanda just made a defensive miscue, and that's going to be an offside, and that should be enough to give him a first. And that has just got to be absolutely frustrating if you're a Warrior defensive player.
As we say on the field, 5 will get you 1. The 5-yard penalty will get you a first down.
So 1st and 10. So Fry has a fresh set of downs. He's got 2 receivers to either side of him. Single backfield again, working out of the shotgun. The snap, 3-step drop. Fry looking end zone, fires towards the near side. And it looks like the Hillbillies wanted a flag, but not going to get one. Towards the near corner of the end zone, incomplete, 2nd out.
Again, Tonawanda's pressure has been very good in the second half. Lucas Reinhardt was the pressuring defensive player for Tonawanda. And he's a sophomore, so good things are going to happen for Lucas Reinhardt, I'm sure.
On a 2nd and goal, Fry takes the snap, fires it far side, guns it, and gets his man. But he is wrapped up there immediately and taken down at about the 8 of Tonawanda. As again, we welcome those of you watching on Friday Night Drive. Welcome you back here inside Tonawanda. It's now going to be a 3rd down and about 8 here for Fredonia. So going to be a big stop upcoming for Tonawanda. Francis back and Joe Daniel back at mission control. I know they're having a lot of fun playing football scrambler. And the shotgun snap, fakes the give, rolling right, and he loses the ball! Comes out, recovered by the Warriors! He's fighting his way to the 40, 45, and gets all the way to midfield before he finally gets taken down there. He was carrying the quarterback for a long way, like 30 yards, but he gets to midfield. And finally, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They finally get that turnover, Jim.
It was a heck of a play. It was a heck of a play. Not only did he chase him down, but he got the ball out before his arm was going forward. And so it was a definite fumble. And Tonawanda has the ball at midfield. Let's see what they can do, John.
So a 1st down and 10 for the Warriors. They're going to go offset I-1 receiver right, the snap, and it's a handoff up the middle, and there goes Gallo across the 40, up to the 35 of Fredonia, and finally get wrestled and taken into the turf at around the 32 or 33. Big gain there to move the sticks. Another first down for the Warriors. They are on the move.
That was an excellent run right up the middle. 18-yard gain on that. Gallo again has been having an excellent game here, and again, there's a big opportunity. They can put the ball in the end zone. They can get it down to one score or close to one score, depending on what happens on the extra point.
So
let's see what they do again.
So it's going to be a first down and 10 for Tonawanda at around the 33-yard line. The snap. They hand it off, pitch to the near side across 35. Gets up to the 30, taken down there, and then a flag comes flying in from the far side official, and then there was a fumble. But first, there is a flag down on the field. I think we got to get that sorted out.
That's in the area holding, and that's what it is.
So it is a holding against Tonawanda.
It's a 10-yard
So
penalty
it's
from
going
the
to
spot of
back
the foul.
the Warriors up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So for Tonawanda, once again, the story of one step forward, two steps back continues. They just haven't been able to get out of their own way so far tonight, Jim.
And again, they haven't given up, John. Every time we think they're down and out, they come back with something kind of extraordinary, like that turnover. So
they're still on the right side of midfield as they're at the Fredonia 45-yard line, 43. The snap, rolling left, pressure coming, throws to the near side, backwards throwing an alert play there to pick up that football by Drake Badner, and then he goes out of bounds at around the Tonawanda 47-48. Remember, that's a backwards pass, but that could be in play. Alert play just to get out of bounds and avoid an absolute disaster and catastrophe.
Yeah, that could be advanced by every team, and you're right, John. It was a very, very alert play. You know, one thing that I failed to mention here, and both these teams, Tonawanda has 10 seniors out of the 35, and Fredonia has 12. They're young teams. And Fredonia's got 15 juniors and 7 sophomores. Tonawanda's got 15 juniors and 10 sophomores. These are young. These coaches have done an excellent job with both these teams. Yes, we've had mishaps, but the coaching has been terrific, in my opinion.
The snap, fakes the give, rolls up the near side, works his way across midfield, and then he gets leveled hard there by the Fredonia Hillbillies just as he got close to the midfield line. And this is going to bring up a third down and long for Tonawanda with 7:20 to go in the third quarter, and Fredonia still up 21-6.
And we saw Rojas carry out the flats early on in the first quarter. He hasn't since, and that was the first time that he's ran the ball probably since the first quarter. Just a couple of yards, and they've got about 25 to go.
Going to go with one receiver to the right. It's 3rd and 27, right at the 50-yard line, ball on the right hash. Backs in the offset eye, and now it's a handoff up the middle. Gallo, there he goes, 45-40, weaving his way across the 35, and he gets very close to the 30, about the 32 or 31. They needed 27, and I think he got close to that, Jim. What another outburst by Galloping Gallo.
It's just about 10 yards short, but that was a great run, a terrific run. And
well, compared to 4th, and if it would have been like 25 or 26, now it's 4th and 9. It's still kind of long, but it's much better than it was. You definitely ate a chunk out of that. 4th and 9, backs in the eye. One receiver spread out to the right. Fredonia showing the blitz. Backs offset trips, and now they hand off up the middle. There goes Gallo again, near side across the 30, 25, still going across the 20. The second effort, I think, is going to get him that first down as his motor just wouldn't stop. It took 3 guys to finally take him down, but I think he got the first. And we're waiting for the call here.
It's going to be a first down. They change the
And
movement.
it is a first down for the
Change movement,
Warriors.
and it's a first down for Tonawanda. That was another great run. Probably yards after carry, probably 3 or 4 good yards that got him that first down.
Okay, Jim, I think it's time to officially, we could say we knew coming in, but we know now that you are a football expert. You kept saying every time they got down, they come up with something big, and they just did again. On a 3rd and 27, they've turned it in 2 plays to 1st and 10. Really impressive by the Warriors in Gallo. So they're going to work with the quarterback under center. That's Wood. And
delay a game.
A delay of game against Tonawanda. That's another one. They've taken a couple of those tonight. And that's the one thing. You get that first down, the momentum on your side, and then you take a 5-yard penalty. It kind of slows it a little bit, you know, Jim?
Yeah, that's and again, these things are just like shooting yourself in the foot. And now it's 1st and 15.
But the good news is they're still at the Fredonia 24, so it's still right in front of them.
You know what? In the second half, they haven't been able to stop Gallo very well. So I would not be surprised if Coach Fumarelli just keeps giving the ball to him. It would make good sense to me.
From under center, now they're going to pitch it near side, and he gets tangled up and thrown down. That is a big play for Fredonia, and that was by number 62, Tyler Cusdale, the junior defensive lineman you just saw right there. He grabbed that jersey, he took him, and he just threw him down.
That was another loss of 5 there, so it's second
down and 20.
And again, he was trying to give that option look, and by the time he had a chance to do anything, player was right on top of him.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 20. Now is again Tonawanda moving in the wrong direction. But again, they hand off to Gallo. Tries to find an opening on the outside. This time nothing doing, though. It looked like he tried to go to the left side to get across the 30, but that Fredonia defense said, nope, not this time. And they caught on, and now it's 3rd and long for the Warriors.
Now they're probably going to have to put it up in the air, and again, we're going to have to see how the protection is and whether they choose to roll out. They were semi-successful at the end of the first half with that rollout. Let's see if it does it again.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and 20 out of the shotgun, 1 receiver wide left. The snap. And they fake the give. Instead, it's a keeper straight up the middle, and that doesn't do a whole lot either. Pick up of 1 or 2. You got to give Fredonia credit, though. They have stiffened as a defense here on this set of downs, and now it's going to be 4th and very long for the Warriors on a big drive, critical sequence. Meanwhile, want to give you a score update. Pioneer now has a 21-0 lead over West Seneca East in the 4th quarter. As we come inside, just about 3 minutes left to go. 3rd quarter, 21-6 Fredonia. And for Tonawanda, they got to go for it. 4th and 21 from the 31 of the Hillbillies. Have to get to the 10 for a first. Shotgun snap, rolling left. Going to chuck it deep to the near sideline. And was it brought in? Even if it was, it's well shy of the first. But he did make the play. A nice catch around the 20, but he got knocked down immediately after. And unfortunately for the Warriors, not nearly enough for first, so they turn it over on downs, and the Fredonia defense holds and keeps them off the board. So we will step aside as we have 2:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 21-6 Fredonia on WNY Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in...
And welcome back here to Tonawanda, and that was a long bomb down the far side from Fry. He was looking to hit Jamison Quinn in stride, but it went off his hands and incomplete. So Tonawanda fans, you can hold your breath. You're okay. You're still in this. You can take a deep breath and exhale, because that would have been an absolute backbreaker this late in the third.
You're going to line up the same way, John, with 5 wides.
They're loading up. Shotgun with an empty backfield, 3 right, 2 left. 3 on the line for Tonawanda. Out of the snap. Going to fire a bullet across the middle. However, no one there. That is going to land incomplete, and this is going to bring up a 3rd and 10. It is absolutely critical. I think it goes without saying, but we're broadcasters, so we got to say it. But I think it's absolutely critical that Tonawanda comes up with a stop here. They can't give up any points on this drive, down by 15 if they want to come back this late in the third.
That same split wide formation with 5 receivers.
Tonawanda showing blitz. The snap rolling right is Ethan Fry. Gonna air it out. Far sideline. Incomplete, but they tangle up with a defensive player, and as figured, here comes the flag. And it looks again like my hunch would say defensive pass interference, but let's see what the officials have to say about it.
It looked like he might have pulled him down there.
Yeah, they certainly looked like they were tangled up in contact, and it was certainly well beyond 5 yards. So just when they thought they could get Fredonia off the field, it looks like they're going to bail him out here with a penalty, meaning the Warriors defensively.
That's what it is. It's a 15-yard penalty. They take it from the previous spot, the line of scrimmage. It's an automatic first down.
Out of the pistol set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, man in motion. Let's side backfield, bad snap, ball on the ground, and it is Fredonia who gets back on top of it, but nothing to gain there. Second out. Quite frankly, even though that play didn't result anywhere near the result that the Hillbillies would have hoped for, the big victory is they got that football back, Jim.
Yeah, Micah Davis was very alert on that play. As soon as he saw that ball went down, he had just a little bit of a limp going off. I think he's all right, but
I think the Hillbillies just got a little too fancy, a little too cute on that play. Shotgun snap, Fry. This time he doesn't. Delivers it near side. Got a man across the 40, 45, close to midfield, and he gets walloped out of bounds. And here comes the flag. And again, this is another ill-advised penalty to take, Jim, and that was pretty obvious. We saw once he got to the 50 and out of bounds, he took an absolute shellacking there.
It was illegal helmet contact, and you could see it. On that illegal helmet contact, it's going to be 15 yards from where the play ended, right, which was at the 49-yard line.
So it's a 15-yard helmet-to-helmet penalty and another backbreaker. Each time Tonawanda seems like they're going to get that big stop on this drive, all of a sudden they take a penalty, and it just continues to allow Hillbillies, even if they can't score, to churn more time off the clock. So again, Fredonia now at the 34, Tonawanda out of the shotgun set, throws across the middle, and he's got Jamison Quinn across the 28-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 7 yards, and this will bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, those numbers look the same. Yeah, and I think that one, because Quinn's been getting so many passes, that one went to Keegan Whitfield, and Whitfield got that 6-yard gain.
So Aiden Northrup on the stop, but there's a holding call against Fredonia. That's why they're backing up. So now the Hillbillies just kind of gave a break to the Warriors. See, this is why playing smart, disciplined football is so critical. And, you know, both teams at times have kind of struggled with that a little bit tonight, Jim. Fredonia going to work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Running back, which is Micah Davis, off the left shoulder of Fry. Meanwhile, 4 on the line for the Warriors. Shotgun snap, fading back, rolling right. Fry guns it far side, and he connects across the 40, 35, on the run to the 30, and gets close to the 25, and gets shoved out of bounds there, and then another flag comes in. I think that's the 4th straight play we've seen a penalty marker come in. I got to imagine that that's a consecutive plays record or close to it. We've seen a ton on this drive.
Yeah, that was Keegan Whitfield on that reception, and as he went out of bounds, it looked from this angle that the defensive player hit him a couple of steps out of bounds, and I think that's why the flag went.
And so now that's going to give him extra yardage close to the 10. First 10 for Fredonia at the 12.
That infraction happened at the 24, and it's half the distance to the goal line.
So Fry going to work shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. The snap, hands it off up the middle for Davis. Sneaks his way all the way to the 5 and keeps grinding down to about the 3. Diving ankle tackle made by the Warriors to save the touchdown. But this is going to bring up a 2nd and short. Basically a 2nd and goal to go at this point. They are really creeping in for another score.
And I believe that's the first running play that they ran in this series. They've kept the ball in the air most of the time, but Davis has been the hero on 2 times. He recovered that fumble on the high snap, and that was a fine run to take it to the 3-yard line.
Ball at the Tonawanda 3. Handoff right side. Davis turns the far corner, looking for the goal line, and he is going to come up just short. Very good defensive play that time. And now, if you're Fredonia, what do you do? It's 3rd and goal. Do you try to score before the end of the quarter, or do you let the time run out? Up by 2 scores. I would let the clock run out, but they're in the shotgun set, and they're going to get the playoff. Handoff up the middle. Davis nowhere to run. He is met by that goal line defense for Tonawanda. Stuffed immediately at the point of contact. And this is going to bring up a 4th and goal. So the plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. As we go to the 4th quarter, it's going to be 4th and goal for Fredonia. And they have a 21-6 lead over the Warriors after 3 right here on WNY Athletics.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective pediatric care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
This game has been a pretty exciting game. There's been a lot of flags.
And we are back here on WNY Athletics in the 4th quarter alongside my good friend, Coach Jim Craig. I am John Karuba. 4th quarter, 21-6. Fredonia is the score, but again, 4th down and 2 from the 4-yard line at Tonawanda. Basically, this could be the ball game right here, Jim. If they get another touchdown and go up 3 scores, it's going to be very, very hard for the Warriors to come back. But if they stop them, they still have definite life late. So a really critical play in this game. So they're going to go out of the shotgun. No surprise to anybody, as that's what they pretty much go with. 2 receivers to either side. The snap, throws it across the middle, and it's snatched and taken away. Picked off by the Warriors. 20 across the 30, hurdles the quarterback up to the 45, past midfield into Fredonia territory, and taken out at the Hillbilly 48. And there we go again. Once more, Tonawanda defense answering the bell, and now it's time for the offense to do the same, Jim.
That was a great play. It was a terrific play, and You know what, John? They probably should have listened to you and let that clock run out over there and keep the ball at the 2-yard line or the 3-yard line. And
at least more seconds would have come off instead of just the 13. They tried to surprise them with that left corner of the end zone, but that was just well anticipated and a perfectly timed jump to pick that off. So first down and 10 for the Warriors at the 48 of Fredonia. Backs in the eye, one receiver left, man in motion to the left. Shotgun snap, rolling left Wood. He's going to keep it on the scramble up to the 45, close to the 40, and he gets taken out of bounds there. And now a flag comes in as there was a scuffle, and I think this time it was Fredonia that may have made a little bit too much contact after the whistle. And indeed, it is a call against the Hillbillies. So like I said, discipline has been an issue for both sides, and now it's rearing its ugly head a little bit on Fredonia. Don't forget, this is only a 2-score game. If Tonawanda gets a touchdown here, we're back to a 1-possession game.
We are, and I think one of the things that I'd like to say about that last run, Rojas did a great job of waiting for Drake Badner to throw the block for him that got him a couple extra yards and then the 15-yard penalty.
The snap goes up the middle. Gallo fighting his way forward and gets up about a yard or two. And we almost can't even get plays off at this point, Jim, as we get more penalty markers down on the field. Well, folks, I hope you like the color yellow because we've seen quite a bit of it. It's my favorite color, so it works.
This one is going to go against Fredonia as well. It was a personal foul face mask, which is a normal 15-yard penalty. Here they're inside the 30, so we're going to go half the distance. Probably going to go somewhere around the 9-yard line.
And now Fredonia, realizing this game could get away from them, going to take a timeout. I think this is a good coaching move by Coach Sherlock here, calling a timeout for his guys, still protecting a 2-score lead. So we will step aside. Timeout on the field, 11:29 to go in the fourth. 21-6 Fredonia over Tonawanda on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time.
Back here, Tonawanda handoff near side, still going, fighting his way, and he gets knocked out of bounds at around the 5-yard line. And so this will bring up second down here. And for a second, they designed that play so well, it was hard for me initially to see who had the ball. At first I thought it was the quarterback who took it to the end zone. Then I realized later that it was the running back, but still gained a couple of yards there.
And that was the same type of design as the earlier play with Bradner leading the way and Rojas doing the running.
Backs in the eye, the snap, handoff up the middle. Gallo fighting his way, getting close to the goal line. Did he get there?
Looks like he might be just a bit short. Not very short.
He was probably about a half yard, even a mere inches. He was that close. So they do mark him short, but Tonawanda is right on the doorstep. If they can't convert on this, I'm not sure what to say, but this is their chance to really put a scare into Fredonia and get it to a 1-score game. On the goal line defense against goal line offense, and they go up the middle, fighting their way. And again, it looks like they're going to get stuffed here, and indeed that is the case as the official signaling fourth down here. And boy, for Tonawanda just to bust it across the goal line, it is really, really hard, almost like the jaws of life at this point.
I think you're going to see him give this ball to Gallo. That's their cash cow. They need to go to him, and we'll see if he can deliver.
The snap, handoff up the middle. Gallo.
I think he's short.
No, he is stopped again. He is stuffed right on the doorstep, and Fredonia turns him away. And so if you're just tuning in here on Friday Night Drive, Tonawanda had the chance to cut it to a one-score game, but they get turned aside on the turnover on downs. And, boy, that is deflating. So we will step aside. 10:09 to go in the fourth. 21-6 Fredonia it remains on WNY Athletic.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why.
Back here, and from the shadow of their own goal line, Fredonia going to dish it out to the near side, and only a pickup of a couple at most, and they get spun around, taken down. And that was Brandon Ronsky made the catch, and it was Mariano Akers on the stop. Going to be second and about 9 on the play. Now, what do you tell your guys defensively? Tonawanda, they get that close, can't score, but the defense still needs to come up big.
That was a good. I think we're back at the. The clock was stopped for a second. Now it's back on the 4-yard line again. And what you got to tell them is that, again, they put their nose to the grindstone this whole game, and they're still not out of the game. There's 10 minutes left to go.
So second and 7. Fry handoff up the middle. Davis getting the carry, and the ball carrier gets dropped right at the line. You got to give credit to the Tonawanda defense. You know, they gave up 21 in the first half, although mostly on special teams errors. But they've been rock solid here in this second half. They haven't allowed Fredonia much at all.
No, again, they're staying steady. If they can stop here, they're going to get good field position.
Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. The snap. Dumps it off near side across the 10, 15, 20. On the run across the 35. Up to the 40. Goes across the 45 and finally thrown out of bounds there. Looking for a flag, but it doesn't look like they're going to get one. But a huge, simple play. We do have a flag.
We have a flag on the play.
We do.
And I believe it could be offensive pass interference.
It's going to
look like a pick here.
So Quinn wanted a flag, but I don't think he's going to want – this isn't the result he was asking for. He thought a late hit. But still, they kept it simple. Give Quinn credit for getting into the open field. But, again, it gets wiped out thanks to another penalty marker.
Yeah, it was a real a real pick play right there.
So on a 3rd down and 8 here, going to go out of the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 wide to the right. The snap fading back, still in his own end zone. Fry looking, and now he'll flip it out near side. He's got his man across the 20. Davis up to the 30, gets away from a defender and finally spun around and taken down at the Fredonia 35-yard line by Mohammed Alnama. And there is another flag on the play. So each time we think we get a play that busts away from it, the flag says not so fast. Ha ha ha. But the fact is we do have another marker down, thrown back close to the 30-yard line of Fredonia.
We had a personal foul and an ejection.
Personal foul and an ejection. How about that? So looking to see who got thrown out.
It looks like number 1, Ethan Rojas.
So Ethan Rojas out of the game. And he's been one of the more notable players tonight for the Warriors. And that That is a big blow. That is a big blow to the comeback hopes for the Warriors. So now you can tack on the extra yardage as well. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Rojas did to get thrown out of the game. I don't know, Jim, if maybe you saw something on that that would warrant him getting thrown out. I don't know if he argued, said some magic words, or I don't know. But either way, he's out of the game.
It was thrown in the middle of the field by the umpire, so it happened at somewhere in the middle, probably after the play.
But either way, he is out. So for Fredonia, they're going to work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Single back. Now they put a man in motion. They flip it to Quinn on the far side. Turns the corner, tries to. Now he does. Cross midfield, lunged forward there to about the 45 of Tonawanda. And this will bring up second down. Very important sequence. If Fredonia could find a way to bust through and get another score at this point with 8 minutes to go in regulation, then it's probably good night the lights, Jim.
That was defense very well by Tonawanda, and Quinn made the most, lunging forward for another 4.
The snap, they fire it far side, hits his man on the move across the 40, and trucks up to about the 37 or 38.
And what he's trying to do is...
And it's going to be a 7-yard gain. It's going to be enough for a first down for Fredonia, which is just as big at this point. Keep eating up the clock.
And that's what my point was going to be, John, to your point, is that he stayed in bounds. You're going to see the official give the continue the clock going. Then they have to stop it because it's a first down. They made the line of gain. So, again, they just want to keep it in bounds and keep the clock running.
Snap, hand, a quarterback keeper up the middle by Fry across the 35, gets to the 33, but a flag does come out along the near side at around the 38-yard line. And it's going to be a false start against Fredonia. So back them up 5 yards. So once again, we continue to see the parade of penalty markers get showered on the field. And again, the referees, they've been correct on all the calls. They've had every right to throw the flags. But because these teams have played just a little bit undisciplined, it does kind of disrupt the flow of the game, especially this late in a 2-score game.
Yeah, that penalty was the illegal procedures signal, but I believe it was an illegal formation.
The snap, Fry going to fire a bullet to the far side. He's got his man up across 35, but he'll go no further than that, as about 3 Warriors right there to take him into the ground. Pile drive him, and it's going to be second down.
That was Keegan Whitfield, who had several receptions in the second half.
So we come inside 7 minutes to play here in regulation, and our score 21-6, Fredonia over Tonawanda. The snap, Fry fading back, delivers one over the middle, but that's swatted away. Broken up, nice play defensively by Tonawanda. And even if Tonawanda does not come back and win this game, give the Warrior defense a ton of credit. They are playing their tails off as well, and they're not giving up. Just because they're down by 2 scores, they're making Fredonia earn every single yard they're getting.
They played very well. There's a couple of situations they'd like to have back, but by and large, they played very well. And they, again, to your point, John, they never, ever gave up.
The snap. Fry, long pass down the far side, but cannot hook up with his intended receiver. And so that is going to bring up 4th down. And now if you're Fredonia, you're looking at a 4th and 8 here. Do you decide to go for it here, or do you try to punt and pin them back deep? It looks like they're going to go for it. Fry with 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Single back in the backfield is Davis. 4 on the line for Tonawanda. Barking out the signals.
I think they might take a delay a game.
And they're going to take a delay a game, a timeout rather, on the field. We'll step aside quickly here on WNY Athletic.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And we are back here in Tonawanda. 6:45 to go. Fourth quarter, and our score is now 21-6 Fredonia over Tonawanda. Fredonia going for it, 4th and 8. Tonawanda 35. Have to get to the 27 for a fresh set of downs. Shotgun snap to Fry, 3-step drop. Gets the ball out quickly across the middle. No good, incomplete. Broken up and well covered by Tonawanda defensively that time. And so it's going to be a turnover on downs. And Tonawanda gets another chance of the ball. And guess what, Jim? Guess what? Breaking news, no flag.
That's a good thing, of course, Dan. And now Tonawanda, again, we have 6:39 left in this game. That's enough time to get the 2 scores that they need. So they've been moving the ball fairly decently. Then they shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. Let's see. The young team, I think, has learned a lot just about the way they play and the way to play.
As Tonawanda going to take over a huge defensive sequence there, as we have a 1st down and 10 for Tonawanda at their own 35. Backs in the eye, 1 receiver right. Snap, and that's a handoff right up the middle. Fighting his way forward. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 from the Tonawanda 38-yard line.
Again, the workhorse, Alexander Gallo, has had an excellent game so far. There's still time, but they've got to keep it moving.
On this 2nd down and 7. They're going to go with backs in the eye. 1 receiver left. 4 down linemen for Fredonia. And it's a handoff right up the middle. And there he goes. Speedster across the 45. Still going on his feet. Up to midfield. And Gallo bulldozing his way past midfield for a 1st down, Warriors. Don't tune out yet, folks. Tonawanda's still breathing, and they're on the move. Let's see if they can generate this into a quick score, but they got to get on the board quick now with 5:40 left to go.
They're going to have to put that ball up in the air sooner or later. As well as Gallo has been running.
It takes up too much clock to keep running. Yes, understood.
That 1st down stops the clock temporarily until the ball is set and the referee signals again, but now it's running again.
So 2nd down, man in motion, and they're going to flip it back up the middle. Not a whole lot to gain there, though, as he is driven backwards by a wall of Fredonia tacklers. As we welcome those of you again watching on Friday Night Drive, and Francis Beck and Joe Daniel doing a good job all night long back in mission control. And we certainly hope you're enjoying this one. 21-6 Fredonia, our score in the 4th quarter. John Kruba along with Jim Craig on the call here again from Clinton H. Smith Field. Warriors trying to make a late comeback. Backs in the eye, 1 receiver to the right. With 4:40 to play, the snap. And now they're going to pitch a flea flicker. And now he's going to drill it far side. And that is a one-handed interception by the Hillbillies across the 40. And he gets driven out of bounds at around the Tonawanda 35. And then a flag comes in late. But that is Brandon Ronsky with a great interception. that could seal it for Fredonia. Now let's see what the flag is.
That flag came in right at the end of the play late, so I would think that the interception will stand, and it was either something it was holding on the return, I would think so. I believe Fredonia will take the ball over, and then they'll march the back 10 yards.
And the penalty, as you called it, it is against Fredonia.
Marches it back to the Tonawanda 48-yard line, but it'll be first and 10 for Fredonia.
As it'll be first and 10 for the Hillbillies back at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, we have 4:30 left on the clock, John. I would be surprised if they just didn't keep handing this ball to Micah Davis.
Yes, that interception by Ronsky may have just sealed this one. Fry out of the gun, 2 receivers either side. Davis in the backfield. Fry takes a 3-step drop, looks to throw, but it's a screen pass, shovel play near side. Oh, and the ball comes loose. It's a fumble loose, and who comes up with it? Did Davis grab and fall back on top of it? I mean, there were a couple Tonawanda players there, but I think Fredonia did jump back on top, and that's the one thing you don't want to do in a situation like this. Fumble the ball and give Tonawanda life.
That was Davis recovering his own fumble. I don't know how he did it.
So he
Two
saved
defenders right around him.
he saved his own bacon
Yeah,
right
he
there
sure did.
because he would not have been popular with Coach Sherlock had that been recovered by the Warriors. But it didn't. Second down and 20. Fry out of the shotgun, 2 receivers either side. They fake the give this time, and there goes Fry hustling up the middle. He'll pick up about 4 up across the Fredonia 45. But at this point, really the big thing is just that they are just running the clock out. That's really the big thing. No turnovers and just run the clock, and that's really a successful possession at this point for Fredonia. Incredibly, we have had no scoring in the second half. Timeout taken by Tonawanda, so we'll step aside on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
And we are back here at Clinton. It's small stadium here in Tonawanda. 3:24 to go in regulation. 21-6 Fredonia, and they just want to keep running the clock up here, Jim. Fry out of the shotgun. 3-step drop looking, and he's going to boost it deep down the far side and dropped. He had his man deep down the far side going for Whitfield, and he could not bring it in. 4th down and worse yet for Fredonia. I understand you thought that might have been a good chance to take, but since he didn't make the play, it stops the clock now.
Yeah, that was Keegan Whitfield, and he's had a pretty strong game. It just fell right through his hands on that play. And you're right, the clock is stopped. It's still 4th and 17.
So it's a bit of a double whammy there for the Hillbillies. But the good news is for them, they're still up by 2 scores. 3:18 left, but they will punt this away. And low snap, but a good end-over-end line drive punt down the far side. Bounces all the way back to around the Tonawanda 12 or 13, and then he gets wrestled and thrown out of bounds along that far sideline. So 3:06 to go here, fourth quarter. Fredonia 21, Tonawanda 6. And, you know, we always try to keep things positive, but I'm going to quote some Led Zeppelin here. This might be some Achilles' last stand. This might be Tonawanda's last chance to try to cut this to a one-score game. If they can't figure out a way to do it here, then there's probably not a whole lot of hope then that they're going to come back in this one. They got to get points.
They got to go 89 yards, and it's a tall order in 3 minutes and 8 seconds. So they battled all night. There's no reason they're not going to battle now.
But they're going to have to get the ball in the air, as you've said. You know, as good as Gallo has been to run, that's only playing into Fredonia's hands. At this point, you have to start getting it up there. The snap. And again, it's another handoff up inside and not much off of that B gap there. Pick up maybe 1 or 2 at the most, and this will bring up second down as the clock continues to roll inside 3 minutes to play. So a second down and 9 with 2:48 to go, and it is 21-6 Fredonia up by 15. And amazingly, like I said, no points here in the second half. It doesn't feel like it because it's been a good game start to finish, but we've had 0 points second half.
Every time it looks like somebody's going to score, there's a miscue of some sort. So whether it's a flag or an interception,
or just some really good defense, all of a sudden.
That's happened also. That's correct.
The snap and another draw play up the middle for Gallo, and this is going to be a third. Well, did the ball come loose? And then Fredonia, one of the players for Fredonia was signaling as if Peyton Glavy was signaling as if he thought he came up with it, but no signal of that. And I didn't see the ball come out either.
Unfortunately, that player doesn't wear a striped shirt, so I didn't see any of those striped shirts signaling, so I think it's still Fredonia.
That's a good point.
So
third down. So Tonawanda does keep possession, but this will bring up a third down now.
You know, and we'd be remiss, John, if we didn't say it. We talked about the great work that Western New York Athletics do, and we've been very lucky to work with our producer, Heidi, and our photographer, Tanner. Done a wonderful job. Really appreciate working with them, and makes our job a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yes, for sure. And, you know, it's not easy to make me look or sound good. So good job by Heidi, Tanner, and so that you, Coach Craig. Yes, absolutely. As we have a minute 56 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 21-6 is the score. And it's Fredonia over Tonawanda. Tonawanda does still have a chance, but at this point it's going to take a miracle. And again, you know, I have to say, you know, it's not easy to be a head coach, but I am a little bit confused as to why they keep handing the ball off with just this amount of time running left in the game to only keep handing the ball off up the middle. Not only that, Fredonia has certainly caught on to it. You know, Gallo's been outstanding, but at some point you have to think they got to go to the air with a minute 56 left, right?
Yeah, there's been kind of a comedy of errors back and forth by both teams in this half. So, again, I've got to give kudos to the coaches. They have both young teams. I think they've done an excellent job in preparing them. There's always got to be a winner and there's got to be a loser, unless there's a tie, which could happen too. But in this situation, kudos to Coach Sherlock and Hugh Morelli for a great job.
So again, the back's in the eye again, and once more right up the middle, and they get stuffed again by that Fredonia defense. And so now this is going to be a 4th and long, a minute 40 left. This really is the last chance for Tonawanda on a 4th down, and I believe about 10 here with 90 seconds to play, Jim.
Yeah, that's it. And unfortunately, John, we don't know what they're going to do here, but where, as you pointed out very well in the first half, they're their nemesis has been on special teams and
that,
specifically snaps.
And that ended up being really the difference in this one. I mean, they got 2 touchdowns Fredonia did off that, and what's the difference? 2 touchdowns. As we have about a minute left to go, a minute 2. And since we're down to about a minute left and 4th down, Coach Craig, who really stood out to you in this game as far as player of the game goes? Like, who really stood out to you with their performance tonight?
We had good performances on both sides, but I would think that for Fredonia, Ethan Fry, he's the leader, quarterback. He's a senior, and he's been a leader the whole game. And, of course, for Tonawanda, their senior and leader, Alexander Gallo, both of those have stood out.
And Tonawanda punted the football down the far side at around the 40, bounces back to about the Fredonia 39-yard line, or check that 41-yard line, rather. So Fredonia going to get it at the Tonawanda 41-yard line along the far side, but I'd imagine at this point they're just going to go into victory formation here, Jim. 43 seconds left. Fredonia sitting pretty up 2 scores.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a knee here.
Especially because Tonawanda didn't even go for it on that last 4th down. They just punted it away. So I would imagine the sportsmanship thing here to do would be to just take a knee and kill the rest of the clock.
I think that's what you're going to see here, John.
And indeed, Fry is in that victory formation. And so he will just kneel this one down. And for Fredonia, they're going to build on that hot start to the season. They were outstanding in the first 2 games to go to 2-0. They're now going to be 3-0. And meanwhile, for Tonawanda, they're going to drop to 1-2. But the thing for Fredonia now, their defense, again, stellar, just 6 points. We said coming in they outscored opponents 60-16. Well, now it's 81-22 over your first 3 weeks. And Jim, that's how you start 3-0.
Yep, that's it. That's for sure. They didn't score a lot of points tonight, but they didn't give up hardly any. So,
and they were opportunistic, too. When they needed to on the special teams, they took advantage. And that, folks, the buzzer goes, and there's your football game. Your final score tonight here from Tonawanda, 21-6. It was the Fredonia Hillbillies taking down the Tonawanda Warriors. So Fredonia moves to 3-0. Meanwhile, Tonawanda drops to 1-2. Any final thoughts here, Coach Craig, before we sign off?
I think it was a game we thought it kind of went the same way that we kind of mapped it out at the beginning. The running and passing of Fredonia and the good running from Tonawanda. So was the way both of the teams fought hard, well coached.
So with that, we are going to sign off here tonight, but we want to thank our producer extraordinaire, Heidi. Just outstanding job. Tanner, alongside Coach Craig, and myself, John Karuba. Thank you so much for tuning in Friday night under the lights. And today, for Fredonia, they come away with the 21-6 victory over Tonawanda. So thank you so much for tuning in, and you've been watching right here on WNY Athletics. Good night, everybody.
Life can be full of surprises, but not always the good kind. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care, and we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.